Heyo, and welcome back to the next Huevember. As usual, we are starting off with blue, going through the purple, pink, red, orange, and now we're on to yellow. And I want to apologize if, first of all, I sound like garbage. I feel like garbage, kind of. My entire family has COVID except for me. I have a viral sinus infection or something, whatever the fuck the doctor said, I can't remember. Something that's like a sinus infection, but it's not COVID. I got tested. My sinuses are all stuffy, but I don't feel sick. It's just, I'm also asthmatic, so that could have something to do with it, plus allergies with the wood stove because it is currently, the end of November. We are expecting snow the end of this week, so probably. But anyway, moving on to the actual topic is that we are on to the yellow portion of Huevember, and I don't know what inclined me to draw Sir Pentious. Like, I've had it in my head that I was going to draw him for yellow since I started the Huevember checklist of everything I wanted to do. So I'm like, I don't know why I thought it was a good idea, but you know what? Looking back on it now, I'm glad I did because, oh boy, this was a challenge. I think maybe just the vibes of Sir Pentious because he does have like the yellow pinstripes, the yellow tail, and the yellow, I don't know what you would call it, like the hood, I guess? Like a snake hood, cobra kind of thing. I don't know, I was digging it. And then when I actually pulled up his reference picture after I had everything set in stone and like the ball was rolling on it, I was like, that's a lot of gray. A lot of gray, black, and red, and this is supposed to be yellow, and this chair will not stop squeaking. Oh my god. The vibe was there, and I was totally down with it, and then when I started picking out colors, I thought, oh, that's right. I hate the color yellow. I don't hate the color yellow as the color yellow. I hate the color yellow in like an art perspective. It's very hard to, I guess, have a variant of yellow because it all just looks so similar. Like my partner's favorite color is yellow, and don't get me wrong, yellow is a nice color. It reminds me of like happiness and the sun, but actually drawing with it is just a lot of similar tones. Like even the yellow fineliner, the line art with yellow looks really good, don't get me wrong, but then coloring over it with darker tones, the line art kind of got lost, but it also gave me a lineless look, which I really like with this specifically. Yes, I did end up cheating because you could only get so dark with yellow without dipping into other territories, so I did use a lot of like yellow ochre, very warm browns, and I did use an orange, like a very yellow orange though. A lot of the browns I picked, well, most of them actually, are specifically Crayola markers, because I'm doing these all with water-based markers if you couldn't tell, but they are from the Crayola Colors of the World package, and I only used the ones that were called golden colors, like the golden skin tones, so that way they still had that yellow undertone. I only used those, and then I used those as my base color, and then when I went through the other browns, I picked out the ones that were closest to them in hue value, like the yellow versions and everything. So technically brown is also considered a yellow. Like if you look at yellow ochre, that's a brown, but it's also yellow, so yeah, it's both. And sure, I have been using other colors on other pieces, like I used pinky purples on the purple piece. I used a purpley pink, fucking dark brownish red on red. Then I used brown on my orange, and now we're using brown on the yellow. Oh my god, this chair. This entire time I was working on this, my chair kept sinking. It's a desk chair, so it has like the pump lock on the side, and this chair is maybe 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old. I got it at a Best Buy. And it was really funny because, okay, so the Best Buy I went to was in Dixon City. This chair was on clearance. It was like 60% off. I got it for $40. It was a good deal. It's purple. I love it. And I have a Squishmallow on the back of it, like one of the Halloween costumes. And when I bought the chair, it said like next destination, or the destination it came from, I think it was the destination it came from, was the city that my partner lives in. So I thought, it's a purple desk chair, I needed a new desk chair, and it's cheap, and it's from the city my partner is from, like it is meant to be. So I'm like kind of hesitant on getting rid of it. I want to see what I can do to try to fix it or something, but it's squeaky, I could fix that. But the pump thingy, it starts sinking every so often, and it's not because I'm fat. Like I am fat, don't get me wrong, but this chair has held up for 5 years. It's maybe fine. I mean, it works for what it's gotta, and I'll take it. I love this chair. But yeah, back to the actual art. Mimicking the color gray with brown was kind of hard to do. I ended up having to use some colors that were like not technical. Yeah, like one of the Crayola markers I used that actually wasn't from the Color Wonders of the World were from an old pack of Crayola markers they were called Multicultural. That was like the skin tone set before Colors of the World, and it was very basic. Like they were really muted, and this one color tan was like this, it's almost gray brown, but if you put yellow underneath it, it makes it more yellowy. So I was able to use that for like his suit, and then the egg boys. Also, that color I used for the egg boys, it was called beige. I don't know why it came out like greenish. So it looks weird at first, and then it kind of just settles down into this nice beige yellowy color that I wanted. I don't know, I like it. And I have had a lot of people requesting me drawing Sir Pentious for a very, very long time. So I think I do want to make this a print. I normally don't make my sketchbook illustrations prints, but it's also technically a YouTube video, like, if that makes sense. But I have had people requesting Sir Pentious, so I think I'm going to put him in my shop, but it's not going to be with the shop update that's coming up this Saturday, because I know I said last week it would be up this past Saturday. Yeah, I kind of forgot. I like cleaned my room, I tidied it all up, and then I got home from that trip and it was immediately a disaster and I got overwhelmed and just never got around to it, and I kind of felt bad. But it will be up this week, I swear. It is currently Wednesday, the day I'm recording this, Thursday. Tomorrow when this goes out, I have 2 days to get it done. And I have half of the art done, the other half just lined. And then I still have to sign the prints and make the stickers. But that's about all I wanted to say. Oh, the ending bit. When I was doing the right side, the hell side, the freaking marker, I was using these Nouveau markers. I got them on clearance from what the fuck is that? Scrapbook Pal. They're like watercolor markers. And I was using the color, heck, it was called yellow ochre. No, it wasn't. I lied. I was actually using caramel pecan. The only two ways to pronounce that, caramel pecan. Pronounce all the letters, sweetheart. It's not caramel, caramel pecan. But yeah, I needed to get more ink flowing through the marker, so I went off to the side and squeezed it, but then too much came out. So I know this trick with my other watercolor markers. If I squeeze them, holding them upright, the ink will go back in. But a bubble came up, and then it popped, and I was like, oh, that's not too bad. And then I look over to the left, and there's just like ink splatters all over it. Like there was one on the yellow ochre portion. There's one under his armpit on the suit, but you can't really tell. And then there was one on the left-hand heaven side, and I fucking panicked. A little bit of white gel pen picked up other yellow and hit it perfectly, so you kind of can't really tell. Hey, I think it looks nice. That's all I really got to say about it. And we'll see about making this a print. Oh, and that freaking glitter gold color that I have, I freaking love it. It is so nice. And that marker is almost dry too, and I'm gonna be so sad because I can't find it anymore. I can't find a lot of my favorite colors anymore because I got that glitter marker from the dollar store, which is where I get a lot of my gel pens from, and they're like discontinuing my favorite gel pens for the second time. Not gel pen art, but there's this brand called Try Gel Fashion. I used to get like the brown color in there, and I used to use it for Vincent's skin tone, and I would buy like a package every time the one was at half. And then one day I noticed that they were replacing them, so I bought like 4 packs, which I did not need all the colors, but I needed that brown. And then they replaced the brown with like the super dark brown that just did not look good. That's what I used for his hair, not his skin. And now they're replacing them again with different pens that don't even have a brown. So I did find another replacement color in a different brand, but I'm still mad that I can't just go down to the Dollar Tree and get it anymore. And now it's gonna be the same thing with these ink markers. They're called ink, like INC. I got this glitter golden, and the next batch I bought replaced it with a neon golden. So whatever, our companies are out to get me, but that's fine. I persevere. But with that being said, I'm going to end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This Saturday, I promise, is the shop update with some new prints and 2 new stickers. And then this Black Friday coming up, I'm going to be having a big sale. We'll see how all that goes. Here is my Sir Pentious. I think he's so freaking cute. I love him. He's one of my favorite Hazbin characters. He was a challenge to draw, and I love him. And then we'll see you guys next week for the conclusion of Inktober, of Huevember with the last color, which will be teal. All right, bye.